Here we go. Hello, hello. The maiden is abed. The guests have been filed away. Oh, whoa. One second.
Everything okay?
Yeah, my microphone sounds like crap.
Ah.
I was worried that this was a sign of an unruly guest out still all away.
Oh my god, no.
Shouldn't be hearing that clatter.
Okay, somebody has messed with the mic. It's got to be. Hello? Okay.
Sounds good from my end.
Yeah, now it's back. I really hate when there's mic problems because that means I have to listen to my own voice, and that's just not fair to me. Okay.
I know the feeling.
Let's make sure we got everybody here. So, as I was saying, the lady is abed, the guests have been filed away into various torture and pleasure chambers, depending upon their performance. Toys have been put away, and it's time for a bun to play, or in this case, to run. We are playing Cyberpunk Red. This is Season 2 with the Geek Squad, Episode 11, titled, Trust Me, You Don't Want to See Bad Doctor. So yeah. Let's make sure that everyone is here. You all, at the moment, I need to move because Lupa is out here, but Lupa isn't actually out here. The only person out here actively. You're not going to be able to see yourself just yet, but...
Can't see anything at all.
I know, because you're in the other room.
No, I'm. There's nothing for me to see.
Oh.
No one's.
My apologies. I guess it closed.
I was just over here waiting patiently. Like, at what point do I become rude and say something?
No, please say something like immediately.
I mean, at what point have you... never mind, I'm not going to say it.
OMG, what?
What has always been nice? Do they want to go falling through it?
Okay. Alright. And by the way, because of a snafu with our Hero Forge subscription, was not able to get Doctor with his legs. Trust me, at the moment he does have legs. He is not just a floating octopus in the air. He has fully repaired himself. In fact, he's looking quite spiffy, and I wish I could show him to you, but that will happen later. That is fine. Or it might not happen at all. They may try to kill him, and they may just, like, absolutely destroy him like they did the Anaconda, and technically Big Ugly. Who knows? But I'll tell you one thing they don't have right now. They don't have a rocket launcher.
Aww.
A turtle has a rocket...
We couldn't snag it.
A turtle has a rocket launcher, and now it's looking for someone to attach it cybernetically to its shell.
Oh, good lord.
It's looking for some rat out there to teach it ninjutsu, so it no longer needs the rocket launcher.
Now you will see it later on as the new Cyberpunk Edge Runner solo Blastoise. Anyway.
Oh, that one almost physically hurt.
All right, I'll drink. By the way, we have some new emotes. We got some blurp, we got some Tangia, just some amazing little things that have some noises to them. Thanks to the contributions, and by contributions, time and effort, of our lovely Lunar. Our Netrunner went in, fixed our OBS, and now we have cooler stuff for you to play with. Just don't play with it.
You can hear your stuff.
Yes, but don't play with it too much in really dramatic moments, unless it makes sense. A to be continued sometimes is a good one. Okay, let's go ahead.
Use it in tears, and there's a quack.
We're gonna go through each of the people. Normally, I would go up on their faces, but right now they are still inside this building and pretend that this carpet isn't there. So I will start out, and with everybody introducing themselves, I'm going to... Yes, I am sure. How dare. Who took my notebook? Oh, somebody took my notebook. Oh.
Quick question. Should we be able to see anything in Tailspire?
No, you should not.
Okay.
I see a very dark interior to the office, and that's about it.
Yep.
Because if you
I'm making sure. Tell Spider's been weird sometimes.
if you will remember, you all turned out the lights, and you are currently there. While you were there, Nix is the one who went outside and saw the good doctor pulling up in his vehicle. Alright. So let me start a new sheet with everybody. I'm going to write your name down. I'm going to call you out. You're going to tell me who you are, who you're playing, what your HP, what your SP is, and where your head is at. We're going to start out with Sprocket so that she can write down notes for other people.
I am the note bitch. It's true. Hello, everybody. My name is Goth Gamer Goblin. You can call me Franny. I play Sprocket, the Goblin Tech. I am a gremlin. I am this weird little energetic, fiercely loyal to their found family little shit. I grew up in the junkyard, as far as I know. And I've got a big brother named Malcolm that nobody trusts. Absolutely nobody trusts. Yeah, so as far as my HP and SP goes, I am at 29 of 35 HP. I have 12 SP. And Sprocket is just thinking, I'm just glad we got out of there alive. They had to be literally rescued by Lunar, for those who weren't there for the last session. We had to be rescued by Lunar, grabbed and dragged as the whole fucking basement was flooding. So Sprocket has been a little focused on not dying.
Very, very cool. So yeah, you're sort of like in the moment, and currently you're in the darkness. Not in the darkness the way a bun might want to be. You're in the darkness of a lab where you have taken out the lights. And you have done what it is that the doctor wanted, which was clear out the lab. You've done what you wanted, which was make sure that all the animals left. Well, actually, Big Ugly helped with that along with Seducer. And through some work by your canny netrunner, you have sabotaged the lab, flooded it all the way up to floor 2, and have released all the animals, including a special group that you didn't really. They had a special designation. You didn't have time to really look into that. The third floor animals. And then you started trashing the first floor that you're in. While you were doing that, Nix.
Wanted to make problems.
Yeah. For reasons I don't know. This is just weird. Okay, let's go to Whiteout. Whiteout.
Hello.
Hello.
I am Whiteout playing Whiteout. My current health is 49 of 60, though my armor is looking considerably worse at 9 at the head and 7 on the body. And this is after it's been patched. Currently, my head is hurting because, one, forcibly controlled, then very adrenaline-spiked fight, and then a chip burnt out attached to my brain that was trying to give me an aneurysm, if I remember correctly.
You don't really know. All you know is that you started smelling burning toast. And at that point...
Sedusa did pull it out.
Yes, Sedusa has in fact pulled out the foreign object. And she got kind of a glimpse, based on where it was attached, on what may very well be the location of those special agents that are all hooked into your brains. Something that you have found out while dealing with this lab are all hooked up with an actual AI, not just like a play AI, not just like, some Miku-chan kind of thing, but an AI that is capable of thinking on its own and interpreting abstract data, specifically, in your cases, finances. It knows when you get money, and it knows exactly how much money that is, and that is how it keeps track of things. Now, if it can do anything else, you're not sure. However, Sedusa also has this AI apparently attached to all of her various tentacles upon her head. each one having their own AI. So she is something a little different, you think. But anyway, yeah, you've had sort of a rough time. But you are out of surgery. And yes, Sedusa has seen a side of you that most people will never see. Your brain. Your gray bits. Lunar.
Your gray bits. Okay. Hey, I'm Lucid Jester, aka Lunar. I am the Netrunner, who tends to just end up with all of the information, which is fine by them. They are annoyed and fed up with Good Doctor, and they kind of just want to go back to their little net running area back at their base that they have not been able to experience yet.
That is true. That is true. You still have a large file that you took from the lab that has all kinds of information. Some of it is damaged. Some of it you're only going to get pieces of. Some of it needs to be decoded. But it is a hefty chunk of info that you all got from here. What is your HP?
I use my character to keep track of that. So I don't know. I think I'm full. I don't think I took any damage.
How much HP do you have max then? We'll just go ahead and write that down.
35. I have my... 35, yeah.
Okay. And SP is...
11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I took any damage.
Well, in that particular fight in specific, you were back in the server room, actually.
Yep.
You're the one who found the letter from Big Ugly. So far, I think only you and Sedusa knows what it said. You also you got some interesting information. While you were messing around on the server, someone else logged onto the server named Benjamin. It seemed to be, based on what you saw, it seemed to be some sort of lab technician or something. And they were doing something. They're the ones who instigated the flood, which is what filled the basement up with water and basically flooded that. You also found out that the name of this lab was, appropriately enough, the Ark. Both due to flood, but also more than that due to the fact that this is where all these animals are.
Yep.
And yeah, so that kept you relatively safe. So that is Lunar, Marno, Lupa.
Hello, I'm Paracorvus. I play Lupa. My hit points are 25 out of 35. My stopping power is at a full 12. I have no idea where my head is at right now because I wasn't here last game. Which is why something cool happened.
Yes, you did in fact, with your sniper rifle, you are the one who got the kill shot on Big Ugly.
Yep.
So...
I am both so very happy and so very pissed.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
It was a tarot crit too. So,
Uh-huh.
it was beautiful. It was truly beautiful. So yeah.
Part of me feels like it wouldn't have happened if you were here, just because of the way the dice hate you. Like, I hate it so much for you because of, like, how often the dice just fuck you over. But, like...
And they haven't even bothered to kiss me yet. That's the worst part.
You know, I know, right? They just, instead of kissing you first, they're like, no, we're just gonna fuck them up.
Yeah.
Kind of lame.
And a lot of your luck ended up on Whiteout's situation, which kind of sucked for the poor bear.
It made for interesting thing though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll tell you, Lupa, you got the kill shot. You got into an elevator. You saw it being flooded with water. You were safe enough to get all the way up. You guys did a little bit of snooping around in the first floor before you decided to sabotage it. And currently you are in the dark, probably thinking maybe we should head out. You're not sure.
Get back home.
Yes.
Get family home.
Yes. Okay. So now we need to find out about our lovely Sedusa.
Oh, hey, that's me. That was funny for me.
Well, no. I was thinking, oh, she's cracked. Nice.
I've gone full goblin.
Oh no, what a nightmare.
Hello. I am not super online in general. But I am Sedusa, the local medic. It was through my own snooping on my own personal crap that got us here. I'm grateful that it did, because we got wiped out and all that stuff. But in the last little bit, I've had my eyes talk to me, and I've had surgery and a horrific dream that has dropped my humanity down to 28, which on the bright side makes me in a club with Lunar. I think.
Almost.
Almost. So close. Currently, my HP is at 33. My SP is at 11. No, my humanity's not at 28. It's at 26. Right.
So close.
Right, we ended up having to kill. We ended up having to kill the thing that I was very desperately trying to kill humanely and not, explode on. But
Look,
oh well.
we did kill it humanely. I bet he didn't even feel his head explode.
He certainly didn't see it coming once, he didn't have eyes.
Yes. He didn't see it coming. He did see the rocket launcher that was fired at him by Whiteout under duress.
Where my head is at right now is in a million different directions, but my humanity has been lowered to the point where I'm not. The last time it was this low, I wanted to take out a robot man, and went catatonic for a little while. Right now, I think all I'm really thinking about is all of the tech in here, all of the stuff that has happened in here, and that bastard that's waiting outside. I don't know that he's near the building yet, just outside in general, and about how much I don't want anyone to die, and how hurt we all are, even with speed heals, even with checkups, even with the temporary brain surgery. I'm normally I'd be like worried about how hurt we all are, but what I am now is calculating, and I'm in my head I'm thinking, oh, we're not going to be able to do this. We're not going to be. We have to walk out of here. We have to just ignore it and walk out.
We will see if that occurs. Now,
I don't think it will.
Nyx.
Yes. Oh, hi. I'm Nyx. Are we still in introductions? I'm sorry, Sirius might have low blood sugar.
Yes, you are still in introductions.
Okay.
Get a snack.
Hi, everybody. My name is Xeris. I am a Snow Leopard Knight VTuber person thing on the internet. I apparently am a diabetic and might eat a little bit of sugar, so I'm going to take care of that. But Nyx is, she's got... I didn't think I took that much damage at all. I think I'm at 41 out of 50 health, and I still have 10 stopping power on my armor.
Okay.
So I'm doing pretty good in terms of that. And yes, I had previously just spent most of the last session we had engaged face-to-face with Big Ugly while people shot at it, while also having multiple other animals try and bite me, ignoring all of them to break Big Ugly's leg.
Yes, we know Nyx is a badass. I'm totally fucking kidding. I'm totally kidding. Keep going.
That is true. Keep going. Or let me know when you're done.
Yeah, so in the process, apparently Nyx adopted another pet. So we have a dog, and I also have a cat now.
Two dogs.
Two dogs.
God, that's right, I have 2 dogs. I have 2 fucking dogs and a cat.
We share the cat.
I
So
love
close.
them, and I was outside playing with them when this fucker showed up. And my first thought is a mixture between I want him dead and I can't have anyone behind me die.
Okay. Yes. The doctor did come out of his little vehicle. He walked out. I know it looks like he's floating, and honestly, that's pretty badass, but he did in fact walk out. on a new pair of perfectly good legs. He sees you. Oh, wait. Oh my god, you're spinning around. Yeah, alt. And what are your thoughts as you see him?
I'm gonna sneeze.
Attempt to seduce.
Wasn't expecting that.
Are you asking me if I say anything to him?
It's
You
what.
said you were going to seduce him. I'm eager to watch.
No.
Oh, shit.
It's really just where your head is at from that. But you already actually told me. You said that you don't want the people to die.
Good. Yes.
Right
Okay,
now-
I'm gonna find sugar. Bye.
Yes. You go get sugar real quick. I want everybody else to roll perception to see if you hear the conversation outside. So if you have enhanced hearing, please feel free to give yourself a +2.
I
we
can't roll
cannot-
anything.
We cannot
We
roll anything.
cannot roll perception.
Okay.
I have physical dice, so I'm good.
Well, I tell you
Let me
what.
grab my
I tell you what. I'm gonna roll for each of you, and you just tell me what your mod is, and we'll see. So Sprocket,
Oh, so can I not roll my physical dice?
that's up to you. Sprocket, you got a 2.
I have a. Well, that checks out because Sprocket has shit for perception. I do get a +2 because I do have amplified hearing, but a 4 is doing fuck all for me.
But you have more than 4. What is your perception total?
Oh, that's right. My perception is 6 with an additional 2 is 8 plus the 2 you rolled is 10. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
That is not enough. Whiteout, I'm rolling for you. I rolled an 8. What is your perception? And of course, you have you are a solo, so you also have. This would count as danger.
Let's see. With the added 2 for hearing, that is +18, so 26.
Okay. Yes, you definitely you heard the sounds of the vehicle driving up and the door opening and someone stepping out, and you heard the faint hissing of a cat that went F with this and disappeared. And 2 dogs that are giving that. I will tell you, Nyx, they are looking at you.
Okay.
What do we do? Real quick, I'm just going to roll for your boys. Your boys are currently lost in the dark. They were looking through in the snack area for some stuff, so they are pounding on.
That checks out.
Yeah, they're pounding on a vending machine and wondering, who turned out the damn lights.
Hey,
Lunar.
who turned off the lights?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll, Lunar. Roll your physical dice. I trust you. Then die rolling. Rolling. Ah! Rolling.
I can't math. Kara, 9 plus 15.
24.
A lot.
24.
Okay, you hear. You heard the sounds of the truck, and you hear the dulcet tones of the doctor.
Taking hella notes.
That was
I'm a
nobody's
note
roll.
bitch, what can I say?
Okay. Alright, so you do hear. Lupa. Gonna roll for you.
I actually rolled physical dice.
You're not allowed to roll
And
physical
so-
dice. Go ahead.
Well, please let me keep it because I rolled a fucking 10.
Alright, fine. I also rolled a 10, so it's only fair.
All right.
Hey, Lobby.
So far with my perception of 8 and +2 for enhanced hearing, that's a 20. I'm going to roll again for the explosion.
The explosion.
Is a 7, so 27 total.
27. You definitely heard. You heard all that. You heard the doctor approaching. You heard the sounds of the animals. You know what is going on outside. You know that the doctor's. Now he's not said any. He's not done anything violent. In fact, all he did was get outside and basically just sort of like, well, kind of. I'll get to his actual dialogue in a second. So that's Lupa Sedusa. I'm gonna roll for you. Yes, I have some new animated emotes as well. Seducer, I rolled an 8. What does that give you?
19.
19. You heard it. You heard the truck. You didn't hear the doctor, but the sound of that truck probably is nothing else. It sounds bigger and baby. So there's only one other truck you know of out there. Okay. And finally, let's see if Nyx hears it. That's a joke. Right.
Well, I was gonna say I'm right there.
Yes. You basically get sort of one round of back and forth, and then everyone who heard can start heading toward the door if you want to join in on this. Or tap other people's shoulders. I assume everyone's going to start heading that way. But if you want to do something different, let me know in just a second. I'll ask. So, he comes out, tilts his head, looks at you. His eyes sort of cast to one side, and he's looking at what to you, Nyx, looks like nothing, and he smirks. And then his gaze goes from the area of nothing that he was looking at to where the dogs are, and he kind of nods his head, and he looks back at you, and again, a nice smile. I see my faith was not misplaced.
Doesn't dignify him with the response. Urges her animals to get back in the car where they're safer.
Okay, he kind of tilts his head at that, but doesn't say anything. He's just watching you now. Is anybody going to stay inside, or is everybody coming out? If you want to stay inside
I'm
or do
going
something
out.
different, okay.
Oh, I'm definitely coming out.
Lunar, Lupa. Here, we're just gonna.
Coming
Rocket
out.
just looks around and goes, "What is happening?"
The
And just sort of. Am I allowed to walk out because I didn't hear anything? I would assume that they would follow the party.
Yeah, you can follow the party.
Does
Okay, so-
everyone have low light vision?
Yes.
Most of us, if not all of us.
Okay, so
You're all animals. You all have like these superhuman powers. That's why I can throw whatever I want to at you, quite frankly.
Oh.
So yes, you are all being
Been sent to the space between 4.
Yeah, I got hit with an arrow.
oh,
I wonder if it's because we were sitting too long.
I got sent to a menu with all of the maps.
Let's try to do summon you again.
Try it again.
Okay, where is it?
Okay, I'm back
Players.
in the waiting area.
Players are being summoned, and then okay.
Error, deserialize the board. Retreating to a safer space.
I think what happened is you don't have bodies. Let me give you bodies. See if that works. Here's a body for Lunar.
Yeah, we need those babes.
Athena, Jay. I have so
By the
many
way,
people.
Bun,
I need
these
to
new
erase that
emotes
one.
are delicious.
Oh, you like the new emotes?
Yes!
Okay.
What is this map called?
Lab Gate.
Lab gate.
We
Yeah,
can
they didn't-
go to board.
Yeah, that's what I
Not
just
to do our work.
tried.
I love that Whiteout is on his side. 1, 2, 3, and okay.
As long as he's not on his back.
There you go.
Hey yo.
Wouldn't be the first time. In fact,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that happened like 2 or 3 times in the very first game. Just diving under stuff.
I'll try one more time with the summon players to board. It's weird. You get dropped here and then you fall out. Go ahead and get off Tailspire and get back on.
Okay,
Log back in.
fresh.
Because you should now be on this board. Actually, wait. Don't do it just yet. Let me
Too late.
make this.
Too late.
Log.
Yeah, I just quit the thing. You can go
Yeah.
ahead and load us in, and we'll join in when you tell us to.
Okay. I've now made this board the default. So go out, come back in. Should work. Who am I missing? Lunar, Sedusa, Lupus over here. Bobby is showing some open thighs. Thank you. I appreciate it. Every DM appreciates some opening thighs. They save lives.
They do. They do
Nope.
indeed.
Immediate.
Immediate error.
Yep.
Okay, that is super weird. All right, so 1 second, everyone, while the scuff never ends. Here, let me just.
I'm now back in the lab.
Lab gate.
You shouldn't be though. You should be at lab gate. Board. Let's try this.
I was able to send myself back to the lab.
I'll try one more thing, and then I'm going to leave and come back and see if that works. Anyway, they recently did a patch, so
Thing
Lovely.
might be broken.
True.
there you go.
Hey!
Here we go.
There we
It
go.
does exist.
They
We're
do exist.
here!
Hip hip hooray! Let's see. All right, yeah, Whiteout. Let's get you back up. So yeah, you all fumble out, and you see the doctor, who is looking at all of you. He has his hands steepled in that look that says he's about to put his son inside of a giant soul-crushing robot. He's doing the Gendo.
Would it be possible? Oh, jeez. Would it be possible for me to try and stealth out?
You want to try and stealth out? You can.
Okay.
You can try. You are a big bear. There is one major point of you'd have if you're going through the front door, you're trying to slip behind all of that. The roll would be very, very high.
Hmm. No guts, no glory, right?
Yeah.
Might as well try.
Oh, okay. Make a roll.
I'm going to put 3 points of luck into it. We-
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
Oh.
so that's 23 before I add my 14.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
37.
roll his perception. I was pretty confident, but not so confident anymore. He does not somehow or another. He's a little too busy looking smug and adjusting his glasses and waiting for you all, So yeah, you're able to.
We all came out as a group, and then he ducked and went behind us.
Yeah.
I went behind the machine.
What is amazing is that's a polar bear who ducked. So you had a. Boop, 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 boop. I can see you on your tiptoes, your hands up in that little T-Rex.
He's all trying to get around us like Papa Bear trying to sneak an extra cookie at dinner.
You seem to be missing one of your associates. Did something terrible happen?
Tragic.
Well, that's none of my affair. You managed to succeed in the task I set for you. How did it go?
Fine.
Went very well, thank you, Doctor.
So do you need or want to talk to him?
Is that out of character or is that in character?
No, it's full in character, in front of him. Do you have a need or want to talk to him?
If he has anything he'd like to tell me, that's fine. We're done. Forest is clear. There's the lab. If you don't mind, might not be a bad idea if we all just go home for a nice rest. This was a lot.
Out of curiosity, what happened to old Ben?
He's no
Rocket
longer with
launcher.
us.
Rocket launcher. Oh. So I
You
guess
know,
that's...
you never forget it. Once you shoot a rocket launcher, it's just everything just goes the way you want it to, doesn't it?
What are you implying?
Oh, just something big and massive to take down something big and massive.
Well, whatever it is that you had to do, I assume that there will be plenty of damage to the lab as well. Well,
Not enough, in my opinion.
so I am a
Urge to Elba.
Yeah.
Lupa rises.
I am a man of my word. I set this task for you, and I do believe you are owed a reward. And with that, he sort of like looks at you for a moment, and you could swear across his glasses some sort of digital printout goes. And your AIs each receive 1,000 eddies.
Okay.
And then you see your debt. You see your debt do the little 500 one that, depending on where you are as far as grades. Then error code and backdoor and free and clear. You have 1,000 eddies, no matter what your grade is. None of it was added to your debt. Somehow or another, he circumvented the AIs. He also was able to transfer funds without doing anything other than looking at you.
That's not weird at all.
Sedusa is doing such the professional smile, but she's grinding her teeth just at the same time. It's like, huh, that was amazing. I'd ask how you do it, but I'm fairly certain you want to keep your secrets.
Well, actually, about that, if the rest of you would move along, I'd like to have a little conversation with Sedusa, if you don't mind.
Lunar just stays planted right next to her.
I was about to say, Sprocket just feels very uncomfortable with that situation.
I think Sedusa's going to look at everyone briefly, and then she's going to go up to Lunar and sort of like link arms. But it's like, oh, can we have just a little extra help here? She already knows so much. She was the one who first started talking to you.
I also know more than the rest.
And she probably knows more than me, frankly.
Roll persuasion.
Hell yes.
Oh shit, what the fuck? Sorry.
Lunar lost it.
I'm good, it's fine. Something from my wall just decided to, decided to fall.
Fall off.
Release the wall.
5.
16?
I suppose, as long as the rest of you will go about your business, this won't take long.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is baby behind him relative to where I am?
Baby's all the way back at the gate. You don't see
Yeah,
Baby.
Okay.
No, I left Chop with specific instructions
Oh, that's
not
right,
to bring
that's right,
Baby
that's
in
right.
here.
Okay. Nyx would like to take her pets and walk past the doctor like she's going to leave, and then try to hide and listen in, if possible.
Okay.
Giving you the bunny.
Yeah, I'll take the bunny.
I see you all decided
All
to
these
treat it like a
animals?
little pet store. Well, just remember, you do have to feed them. They eat more than you think.
I just give Sedusa a look of, are you sure?
I think that right before you walk away, then Lupa, Sedusa's going to give you just a little peck on the cheeks, like, we'll be done in just a moment.
I will not be far away. And Lupa just goes to the other side of this arch and starts skinning the anaconda that Sprocket beheaded. Oh, a few hours ago now.
Yes, you have to get your shots and spay and neuter the pets. You especially want to spay and neuter your cybernetic pets, otherwise they start cybering.
We all know what that kind of sex leads to.
Okay, so who all is walking away? I know Nyx is going to go hide, and Lupa is going to go off to where the snake is. What are you doing, Sprocket?
I think I'm gonna try and park my ass. Let's go. I think I'm gonna go help Lupa skin the anaconda.
Okay.
It gives me an excuse to be close. You know what I mean?
Okay. And Whiteout, what are you doing?
I was staying right here.
Okay, yeah, you're keeping hidden.
To be fair, he's hidden.
Okay, so as the three of you walk past the doctor, this is for Nyx, Lupa, and Sprocket. The doctor does kind of like turn and smile and is like, nice boy you have there. He's got good manners.
Nice what?
Boy. The little, what did he call it? Pork chop? Something? I think you should get a better name than that. That's going to be a hard sell if he decides to go into edge running like he apparently wants to.
I should mention,
What
Bun,
did he
the
do to
sword.
Pork Chop?
The sword is very much out, and Lupa just stops right next to him, and there is definitely a tremor.
I didn't touch the lad. Though he is interested in some enhancements. I'm just saying.
He doesn't need them from you.
I mean, you should go to the best, but fine, fair enough. Please move along. My patience for rudeness is beginning to wear thin.
My patience for bullshit doesn't exist.
I never bullshit. I'm not a flim-flam artist, sir. Ma'am, excuse me.
I just give him the longest side eye
Okay.
before I slowly step away and resume my walk to my anaconda skin.
Your anaconda. Anyway, Nyx.
Just so long,
Sir Mix-a-Lot has entered the chat.
Yes.
just
Nyx.
so long as it's Sir Mix-a-Lot and not Nicki Minaj. I'm just saying. Because fuck that bitch.
Let's not. Who knows? Besides, the freak was good. From Lonely Island. Nyx, roll your stealth.
Come on, physical dice, don't play now. Okay. There we go. And oh fuck, my sheet. Where did my sheet go?
It will be a little bit easier for you because one, you're not a giant, huge bear.
I would hope
speciesist?
so. Okay, I forgot that I'm on my laptop. Give it just a sec. Stealth.
Stealth.
There's my bonus. Okay. That is going to be 7 plus bonuses, so that is 21.
Okay. You are
That's
out
what
there.
I'm made for.
Yeah, you're out there with a 21 stealth. Whether or not he notices, you do not know. But you think you're pretty well hidden.
Okay. Sorry, Lunar, you're gonna have to move me behind the
right.
thing.
Yes, got it. What are you hiding behind again?
One of the vehicles.
Running. Stop. Drop her in the pond. No. Just
No.
got jail.
Yeah, no, that's
She'll hate that.
good. That's good. That's good.
My goal was to not jump her in the pond.
I
Cat's
genuinely considered.
Cat's not fond of being dropped in the pond.
I genuinely considered like hiding Sprocket in this pond, and then I was like, wait, hold on, we don't know what else is still in these ponds. So I was like,
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that didn't have a problem with the flood were the turtles. Just saying.
yeah.
And one of them's
And
got a
one
rocket
has a
launcher.
rocket
We're
launcher.
One of them has a rocket launcher, right?
Oh. He even took the loaded one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Seducer. I understand you seem a little tense. I'm sure this was more emotionally difficult than you thought it would be. I'm sure you discovered all sorts of things about yourself while going through the lab. I love people keep measuring the distance to the doctor to see for shots. He's over here talking, and there's like red lights pop appearing on his back.
Well, I certainly didn't realize that it was going to be such a homecoming.
Yes, quite a homecoming, in fact. In fact, it could be even more of a homecoming if you wish. As I said, you were one of the first people here to treat me with a proper accord. And I have to say, I do feel a certain kinship to you, seeing as, I mean, you're my daughter.
Do we mean that in the laboratory sense or in the literal?
Oh, the literal is messy and biological, and I don't really involve myself with that. I mean, it was my design that led to your current situation. And I can show you how to get the most out of them, as well as other secrets.
See.
You have to understand, this whole situation with the various labs and the vermin and Malcolm and the pound and all of that, it didn't start out that way. It started out as simply just a little place where they were, bringing back some of the woodland folk that we had lost. And then once certain ideas started being floated and certain experts were called in, it sort of lost its way for a bit. I would like to return it to its pure form. And I think you could be a valuable assistant, if you so choose.
Well, that is a incredibly generous offer. I'm not sure I would feel particularly comfortable in taking a new job while I still have the issue with the debt with the pound. I don't suppose this is a job offer that is contingent to just this moment. A girl needs time to think, especially so much happened in there, and these, and I indicate the eyes, I'm only really just understanding on my own level what they are, but I think I should try to get to feel them out a little bit more before I really dig into their innards.
And second. Okay. Roll deception real quick.
That is, I am not deceiving this man.
You might be. He doesn't have a great human perception, and he just rolled a 1.
You rolled a 4.
Where is deception? I haven't used it.
Am I thinking the wrong thing? There may be something else for it. It might be persuasion. I'm not sure. It's been a while.
Is acting?
Yes, acting. That's what you're gonna do.
Acting.
Acting!
Okay, there's... Oh, my acting's not good. What did I roll?
4.
4.
A 10?
Seeing as how he just started his roll with a -3,
Yeah.
that might be good.
And also, again, he is not very, he likes to speak as though, he is a charming, Southern gentleman, but there is so much the ick just dripping off everything he says. It's like spoiled honey dripping from his tongue when he speaks.
I think right now Sedusa is very grateful that she has scales instead of normal skin, because you can't see the goosebumps every time she has to speak with him in a nice way.
Well,
Just for your...
Go ahead.
Oh, Lunar's, interlacing their fingers in with Sedusa and, squeezes their hand.
Well, do be considerate of the future. I feel as though certain secrets, thanks honestly to you and your kin, are starting to come to light. Secrets that may cause a shift in the power structure out here. You may at some point think it valuable to hitch your wagon to the rising star. I'm just saying. For now, absolutely. Go and head back home, relax, put your feet up. Do whatever it is you got to do to wash this whole encounter out your brain and think things a little more clearly.
I don't like this guy.
And he walks by you, and as he does, he puts his hand on your shoulder.
The moment he
And I
touches
just
her,
pull. I'm just gonna pull Sedusa. Like, I'm gonna step and pull her towards me. And just, I don't really like people touching what's mine. Have a good day. And they're gonna walk. They're pulling Sedusa.
Ooh.
and if the good doctor turns around to watch them walk away, he'll see Lupa in the distance with the rifle out and trained on him.
Okay.
That thing came out the moment he touched her.
Okay.
Sedusa is still gonna try to flash a professional smile across over her shoulders, like, "Thank you, doctor. I will keep your words in mind. I very much will."
Okay.
Because she does not want him to be like, she knows that he's like close to that edge of people need to stop annoying me, and it's like, I need him to not decide to shoot the people that I love. We
And
are about
that's
to be with
why-
our backs to these turrets, and I don't know if he can control them.
He
Well,
cannot. They're mine.
One of them's completely destroyed anyway. So.
I think they both are.
They
Well,
both are mine.
One's ran over, one's ripped out.
He does turn around and he does watch you. Okay, look, he's not looking at you that way. He is looking more. He does have sort of more of a patronizing daughter kind of, fatherly look in that direction, but a very bad father. But there is a certain amount of I hate to see you go, but love to watch you walk away, kind of, as you both jet.
Yeah, that's when the wings kind of come out and block her a little bit. I know I'm much shorter. Just like, no. We're just gonna no. And continue to walk.
All right, finally the.
I think as we start.
Jesus Christ! Who put all this water in here? Anyway. Door shuts.
I think as we're walking, Sedusa kind of starts hyperventilating and then doing breathing to mitigate that, because medical professionals. She's like, I am not going to pass out. I am not going to throw up. We are going to make it to the car, and I am not going to pass out or throw up.
I just immediately connect my agent to Nix and say, "Tell your boys to get their happy asses out of there now."
Surely they left.
Yeah.
Surely they left. Oh no!
Oh,
If they haven't already, Nyx will try to, best she can, silently, be like,
get the fuck out of here.
on the comms, hey boyos, now's not the time. Gorge yourself later.
Just 1 second, boss. The slick guy just now came in and he's helping us with the machines. Yeah, I want the chunky nougat. Yeah.
Get away from him.
Okay. And eventually they do walk out, and they each have in one arm 3 different sodas, which have to be expired, and something Twinkie that could be expired, but it probably won't be until long after we're all dead.
Those sodas have to be basically alcohol by now.
But that's why they like them.
I was gonna say, oh no, how terrible.
It is literally flat sugar water. That's it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey, Sedusa.
Hmm.
You have a cryo bag on you, right?
Yes, I do.
Get in. Don't ask. Nope, just get in.
You
I
don't
love
have
you.
the body to carry me, dear.
The one behind us does.
Oh, hell, I totally forgot he was there. Sorry, you are good at that. And then I open the cryo bag and just for not it, you know what? Yeah, and sort of a snake way slither in.
Wait out. Carry. Take.
Already on it.
Okay.
This looks like I'm in a body bag.
Away we go.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. We do not currently. Well, okay. So, yeah, you get all the way back. Some of this is going to be Theater of the Mind now. Go ahead and
Wow,
roll
I'll do all
me.
this.
What are you using to skin this snake?
The only thing I have really is my mono katana.
No. What skill are you using?
That's the thing. I am looking through my stuff. I'm not seeing anything that looks like a survival.
I
What?
Fairly streetwise.
Go ahead.
I think there is just a wilderness survival.
think there is.
Yeah, it's
Can't you use martial
it's
Oh,
an
yeah,
intelligence roll.
Yep.
Learn
Make the
about
roll.
tactics.
Sidus is having a huge
Set
panic attack,
traps,
yes.
forge for wood, track game, build shelters, and
wilderness
make
survival.
fires.
Oh shit!
Make the roll.
And this one's good for me. I actually put points in this.
I'm going to assume Sprocket actually handed you a better tool, though, because that mono katana is not made for this.
Okay, that's a 13. But hold on. I have points in field as a maker. Does that help me at all? Okay, where's my maker stuff? Where's my roll stuff?
Also,
can I help at all?
Yeah, the two of you get together. You're able to get something. Yeah, for sure. You're able to get like enough to probably make an armored scale jacket of some sort or something of that nature.
That should be more than enough material for what I have planned.
Okay.
Do y'all want me to grab that body too?
What, the snake? No, I just want the skin.
Okay.
But there should be a dead wolf around here somewhere too.
The polar bear is like, this is good eating. I can't believe you're leaving it.
I mean, if you want,
cheese.
No, kind of just tired. Just like,
if you want,
can I help?
You're more than. If you want the meat, it's yours. I have no use for it.
This meat has been out here a while. You guys were inside that lab for a little bit. It has already been gnawed upon. That was one of the.
I
That
don't
was one of
trust
the.
to eat anything out here.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say
I'll just take
that,
the skin.
but okay.
I can use something else for the other bits, but the skin I can use.
Lunar. As you guys are all going back and heading back to that way, you get a buzz on your agent.
Yep.
It is from an unknown caller. It's up to you on whether or not you answer it.
Fuck it, I will answer it.
Darling, you did a good job, but damn shame you opened up the third floor. You're gonna regret that, I'm afraid. And then it clicks.
Whatever. Lunar's just gonna keep walking. They're just like, what the fuck ever.
Whatever.
Luna's such a
like-
valley girl.
Lunar just does not give any fucks right now about him. It's just like, go fuck yourself. I do not care. I am getting the fuck out of here with my group.
A
Don't care anymore.
whole bag of dicks is what you should be eating right now.
Correct. That is what he should be eating. But the gross kind.
The gross,
And we all know
not a good one. Not the good ones.
The non-hygienic gross kind.
Yes. Not the ones that have been properly. What you know? What I don't have this thing set for sexual innuendo. Anyway, yeah, you get back there and you do see Porkchop is outside the car, and he's just sort of like leaning and watching for you guys. And
Was about to tear him a new one. Luke was about to tear him a new one.
Well,
He
he's
specifically said, "Do not get out of the car."
he's got something like he's reaching into a little white paper bag, and as you come to him, Lupa,
Whatever that is, drop it now.
it's a sandwich.
And where did you get it?
The nice man.
Drop it.
It could have razor blades in it. You don't know.
What?
This man is not to be trusted. Seriously. Whatever he gave you, do not consume. I don't care what it is. This man has killed so many people just because he wanted to experiment on them. He is not to be trusted. We have to get you back to Mama Hog safely.
Okay,
If
just
he
He
still
will
has
kill
it.
us if you don't come back like that.
If he still hesitates by the time I get up to him, I'm just going to rip it out of his hand, turn around, and throw it into the enclosure.
no. You don't have to do anything. You both, all of you, with your intensity, and this is intensity that you would have laid out on the doctor, but you had to hold it back. So it all kind of comes tumbling out at once on this young man, and you have impressed upon him the fear of God. He is absolutely horrified. He throws the bag as far as he possibly can and starts wiping his tongue.
Please tell me you haven't eaten anything that guy has given you.
The chips were in a bag, like a pack. Okay.
The moment we get back, Sedusa is looking you over. Everybody in.
Lunar starts to kind of shoves him into the back with no, just you're staying with me, and Lunar will kind of look him over minorly to make sure he's okay.
Go ahead, roll paramedics.
Come here, you. Paramedics. There it is.
Ooh.
Beautiful. I love that for me. I just had it.
He seems perfectly fine. He is a little flush in the same way that if you had a kid that had never had Doritos before, they had only ever had normal home cooked meals, and you gave him a bag of Doritos for the first time. Part of his mind is blown, but beyond that, it's like, flavor? What is that?
If you eat anything a stranger gives you, again,
You guys are scaring me.
We should be.
Uh-huh. Okay, all right.
Lunar's gonna go back and check on Sedusa.
There,
Yeah,
Where's the
even
seduce
room
bag?
Remember this
in the
currently
back.
in my arm.
And by the way, remember this kid has been in a freezer locker as put in there by Trevor. He's seen some... Oh, and also he spent several days in another locker while robotic dogs were outside sniffing for him. So this is the third time he has been terrorized. So let's... He's going to need some therapy. He's dropped some humanity at this point. As far as he's concerned, the world is full of danger.
It is.
It
So
literally is.
Well, that's why I need a gun.
Cyberpunk.
Like a big gun. And cybernetics.
no, that's the last thing, kid. Just
You all literally are cyber animals.
We will get you some chrome, kid.
Really?
As for a gun,
Just gotta do it.
As for the gun, it's not always the size. And Lupa just puts their foot down.
Okay, and you drive off. And it's honestly it's not that eventful of a trip. Most of the stuff in this area was kept relatively clear by the lab itself. Once you get past the lab, you start getting into areas you kind of know the places to go, and you're able to drive through Fairview. And you see the Imagine Dragons have kind of set it up into a little cyber tinted utopia. Kind of, it's a little bit of a 1950s, a little bit rock and roll. It's kind of almost like a Fallout situation over there now. They do wave as you drive by. You can stop if you want and rest there, or you can keep on going. If you keep on going, you'll be on the road for about another 24 hours.
No, we're gonna rest.
Okay.
We need to rest.
One.
Medusa and I both have whiplash that needs to be taken care of. We need to rest.
Okay. 1 second.
We can't keep driving in this condition, or at least they can't.
Yeah.
They're
1
the ones
second.
who didn't get fucked up.
I will be right back. You check on something?
Boys,
Roleplay amongst yourselves.
I swear to God, the next time once we get whatever the fuck we want out of the doctor, that information, we're gutting him. I want to tear his fucking face off. Oh! Sorry. Okay, I'm fine.
so
No, you're not, but that's okay.
While Sprocket is like going off on that, Nyx is like very quiet and she's just like curled up with her animals and she just says out of nowhere, "Next time I see him, I'm going to kill him."
Get in line, kitty.
I think in the
This
bag,
is
Seduce has like
very
put her hands
long
over her
line.
ears. It is a long line.
Oh, I'm sorry, should someone come cuddle you in the bag?
No,
Honestly,
she's put her hands over her ears because she's terrified of hearing the voices of the eyes. And she knows it's not logical, but she doesn't.
Oh.
That's the only response she can get.
Yeah.
I
The
feel like Lunar kind of just opens their wings a little bit just so they can like place something on them so you can watch it.
I will
Like,
say
just-
Do you remain conscious in cryobags?
what?
Seduce is different.
No. If you're inside a cryo bag, you're frozen up. Basically, it keeps you in
It's
stasis.
not fully closed. It's more like I'm like wearing a very cold, long sleeping bag. Like my head's
You're
a little out.
you're a seducical.
I'm a seducical.
Okay,
Love that so much.
I will say the eyes do not seem like they. You get a feeling from them that they're worried about you. And you don't hear any voices, but you do feel like active worry from them. It's the same way like, when you walk into a room and people were talking a minute ago and then they get really, really quiet and then give you those looks of, "You okay?" without saying anything. By the way, Nyx, your crew, your guys are like, if you drop us off here, we could go. You want us to take us the pups? You want us to take the pups?
I'm gonna. No. No. Nyx may be holding on to her animals a little too closely.
He needs some comfort. He just needs the comfort right now. I think we all do.
All right, boss.
She's trying to distract herself with animals and the thought of her reward back home.
It's okay us eating the stuff that we got out of the machine, though, right? Like, because you were telling the kid that it might be poison. You don't think you poison the cans, do you?
That depends. Did he touch him at all?
I mean, he opened the machine for us.
But did he touch the stuff that you took?
Not as
Did
far.
it hiss when you opened the tab?
I mean, it's going. I don't know. He gives it a little, and there's a slight to it, but it's very, very faint.
It's pretty consistent with that shit being old. Fine, just don't throw up later.
I mean, we're going to our crew. We'll clean it up, boss. It's fine. We just worried about you. You want us to talk to anyone?
She
for you?
gives them kind of a sullen look. You did good today, boys. I just need some time.
All right. We'll tell Ripper you said hi, and they leave. And yes, you end up in Fairview. It is mostly Imagine Dragons. You actually do, in fact, see Mama Hog is here as well, and a few other just groups. They've set up a where the road is in between the houses. They've set up. It's like a yard sale, but a bazaar.
Oh my god, shop therapy would hit so good right now.
It is literally a way station.
Yeah, for the most part, it absolutely is. Because it's
Anyone ever
far.
see that episode of Avatar where Sokka buys a bag? I feel like that's us.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Deserve something nice. I do, don't I?
It's far enough
Even
away.
hockey.
It's far enough away from the pound, and from things that are like connected to that there's a certain feeling of like a black market kind of situation. So I will go ahead and say, if you want to, since you're here, you can treat this as a night market. So for those of you who don't know what that is, night market is a place that you can purchase things that normally you could not, because unless you're a fixer, you can't purchase anything that's worth more than $100 at this point. Pretty much anything from the Black Chrome book you can find.
Yo, okay, I know what I want.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
want
look
the
up price again.
crap. It's probably in here somewhere, and I don't know where to find cybernetics in here. The thing that ups body.
Oh, you want an internal frame?
Bone lace?
Yeah.
Wait. You want the muscles or do you want the bone lace? Do you already have muscles?
No, I have nothing that raises my body score.
Okay. Well, yeah. Before you can get a internal frame, you have to get the cybernetic muscles, which adds to your body, so it still gives you the HP that you're looking for.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get my hands on some of those.
That is.
How much would that hit your humanity?
Yeah.
If I can do it.
It's a bit.
Damn.
I believe it's a
I think it's
3.
like-
Have that much.
I think it's a
It's like a
4d6.
I believe it's a 2. It is. Average humanity loss, 14.
Yeah, it's 4d6.
Ugh. I don't think I have that much to lose.
Now, what?
Because I'm at.
Okay.
I'm at 34 of 80.
This is what you have as far as resources. You have whatever cash you already have on you. I'm going to go ahead and say that you were able to acquire. We'll just give you each 250 just from stuff you picked up at the lab and around there. And the doctor gave you 1,000. And I'm not going to apply any of that to your debt. That's just free money at this point. If
I
you
assume
want to,
I don't have that.
you have the 1,000. Well, no, you don't have the 1,000 because you hid from him. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think the 1,000 was even part of my original deal.
No, not really. Honestly, he didn't make. He might have given it to you, or he might have killed you. You don't know. That's why you hid. So.
Yeah, you don't pay a corpse. The man was trying to
Yep.
kill him. Come on.
That's true.
To be
And I know
fair,
I tried because Seducer.
You don't have to pay a corpse, and you don't have to make good on deals with them.
to be fair, you tried to kill him first.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay, just saying. I don't know why I'm always pitching for my bad guys. Come on, he's just a bro. Anyway, but you also
Oh, yes,
have
the
you
bro
have
choke slam you.
Yeah, you also have another option. As you're walking through this, you can feel sort of like your agents kind of come alive a little bit. And you all hear the pound is willing to loan any amount as long as you're prepared to add it to your debt. So if you have up to, they're willing to give you up to 5,000 Eddie's credit. And then immediately apply it to your debt. So, if you want to owe more to the pound, you could get some nice toys.
This really seems like the opportunity to do that.
Totally up to you.
I want. Fuck.
Would the thing that I want cost less if I have an item that I'd like for it to be basically used to make? Is there a craftsman around here?
You need to explain what you're talking about.
I want to make some Slam Dan's Fang Fist. That's why I took the fangs off of that giant anaconda head. I got both of them.
Okay, how much do the things usually cost?
They usually cost a full 1,000, which I will fully pay for. I just kind of want my fangs on there.
Okay, well, you can get a craftsman to make it, and he can make it for 500. and utilize the fangs as part of the deal. Because he'll still make out with some of you'll still make a profit for that. And also, these are the Imagine Dragons. They do owe you, so they're happy to oblige. So you can, for $500, get those fists if you would like.
Awesome. Now Sedusa has a melee weapon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
dog comes anywhere near me. That's not Lupa. Sorry.
I will say also,
Immediately.
okay, also, Mama Hog has set up like a little so the Imagine Dragons are the main ones who are selling stuff, mostly because they're the scavengers. They specialize in going into irradiated areas and finding all kinds of cool gear and then cleaning it and selling it. This is what they do, and they're making use of Fairview as their home now that you've cleared it out. Mama Hog has set up a little group with her nomads, and they basically have like a full barbecue thing going on. They've done hunting out in the area, and they provide for basically 50 eddies. It's like an all-you-can-munch kind of situation.
Barbecue, bless my spirit.
I just take a look at Chop and say, if you're hungry, there you go.
Yeah. Mom always she's real good at that. Yeah. Can't make chips though. Walks on over.
Oh my god, you get kids started on Doritos. Let me tell you, for a while there, just Dorito breath was just always a part of my life, and I hated it because it wasn't mine.
Anyway, I have 1,200 eddies worth of salvage. If you'll let me, I'll drop 1,000 of it to get the grafted bone lace.
Okay, you're talking about the muscle one, the plus
Yeah.
2? Plus 2 to
Grafted
body?
muscle and bone lace. Yes.
Okay. Let's see, and it normally costs 1,000. You've got a bunch of that's all out of scrap. You're gonna need another 250 for them to install it, because this is major surgery.
Oh, I'm not looking for them to install it.
Oh, you're gonna get Seducer or someone to install it for you?
Well, first I'm probably going to work with Sprocket to lower the humanity loss on it a little
Gotcha.
bit. Because I know that's a thing makers can do.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, you can get it for 1,000. You can totally do that.
I'd like to spend 300 Eddie additionally to buy everyone in the group dinner at Mama Hog's.
Okay.
Aww.
Okay.
And if she tries to make it less because she owes us or whatever, I'm going to say, no, you're a small business and it is important to make profit for the work you put in.
Okay. I'm going to go down the list of each of you. Either tell me what it is that you want, or if you're still thinking. Sprocket. While you're here, is there anything specifically that you want, and are you going to take out a loan for it? You're going to use your money? What's up?
I probably won't need to take out a loan for it because I've got I've been collecting monies. That being said, the muscle stuff that Lupa is talking about, because I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head.
Grafted
that
muscle
was-
and bone lace.
Yes.
Thank you, love. Because I was like, I don't know where it is. So that's the one that that's the average of 14. That's not the one. That's not the internal frame. How much is the internal frame humanity loss wise? Just out of curiosity.
They're both the same.
They're both the same. Okay.
The main difference, the main difference between the muscle and the internal frame, the internal frame is what's known as Borgware. So you can only lower it to all cybernetics. You can get therapy and get that humanity back to a point. Mm-hmm. Regular cybernetics, you can get it back all the way except for 2 points. You're always going to be missing those 2 points as long as you have the cybernetics. Borgware, because it's such a massive shift in your body, is 4 points. So even if you do everything that you possibly can to lower that amount, you still will always have the -4 to your humanity, at least.
Okay. So if I were to get it, then since my humanity is 34, -14, that would take me down to 20. And then I would immediately need severe fucking therapy.
You'd be in the danger zone for sure, but you're not.
That's what I thought.
I will say, like, you really don't like lose control of your character until you're at 0, but
Okay.
things start popping once you get below 30.
Okay. Gotcha.
Whopping and hopping.
Yeah. But again, and also, Lupa is correct. One of the things that you can do as a tech, one of the sort of upgrades that you can do to those things is lower the amount of humanity it hits you for. So as opposed to 4d6, I believe you can make it 3d6.
We can lower it by
Okay.
1d6, so long as it has over 2d6, at least 2d6 of humanity loss, and we can only do it once to each piece of cyberware.
Yeah. It basically will turn these 4d6 into a 3d6.
Okay. Then I would like to get crafted muscle
And bone lace.
muscle and bone.
It is on page 363.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do the same thing as Lupa. I'm just gonna take it with me. We don't need to install it. I want to try and make that as least humanity loss as possible because I'm already lower than I'm comfy with.
Okay. So
and
take
then
1,000 off of your fundage.
Oop,
Did you spend 1,000?
okay. Now I'm
And
back.
just so
down.
you know, if you were buying this at a regular night market, you'd also have to deal with the fixer. And the fixer will
Yeah.
usually put like a 10% markup. But again, the Imagine Dragons are not doing that to you guys. You guys get your stuff without the fixer markup.
They love us.
Yeah.
We
and then
literally
I did,
gave them this area, so.
That's true. That's true. they kind of owe us a little bit. I did want to get some kind of armor, but I don't exactly know. I don't exactly know what to get. I'm really torn because there's so many different pieces. I don't really know what I need and what I don't need. I was wondering if maybe you and I could get together at a different time so we could pick out better armor than just the stuff that I'm currently wearing.
Okay. We'll do that.
Okay, thank you, because there's so many options here.
I got you. Is there anything else? Anything else?
I did want to, perhaps get better weapons. Simply because my boomerangs are amazing. I'm never getting rid of those. But I also need a little bit better melee weapon other than just my the nomad rocker that I use.
Well, that's also a ranged weapon. So you want something?
Exactly.
You want something though for hand-to-hand combat other than your martial arts?
I love my martial arts, but remember, I only have a body of 4. So I'm only doing like 4 whole damage, unless I throw them into a barrel of fire.
Right.
So
Because that happened
I-
once.
Yes, it's happened like 2 or 3 times in different sessions. But
Well, once you have the muscle graft, you'll end up with a body of 6, and I think that puts you at the 2d6 rank for damage.
okay, that is helpful. That is helpful. Because I just want to be able to do a little bit better melee damage.
Okay.
I'm thinking. But would you hate me if I also got a katana?
No?
No? Okay, cool. Because that is a pretty sick weapon, and it's very, very helpful. So, comparison. Does the mono wakizashi versus the mono katana, what is the... what is the damage difference?
The
I'm seeing
wakizashi,
it right off the bat.
I believe the wakizashi is 3d6, and it has a rate of fire of 2, and the katana is 4d6 with a rate of fire of 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I want something with a little bit more range because I'm small and short. So
You
will
got your
get
boomerangs.
the-
You
Well, I know. I'm talking about like melee wise.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is in this game there really isn't like a reach function, you know, because there's not like attacks of
Oh,
opportunity and
that's
all that sort of thing. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I was thinking with brain, not cyberpunk brain.
Yeah.
So, okay, then I will also grab the mono katana.
There is always the throwing stars as well.
The what?
So in Black Chrome, there are special throwing stars.
That is not in the ranged section. Alright.
The thing about the throwing stars is, again, she's got 2 of the boomerangs,
Yeah.
and those come back to her hand. So I think she's good on range. What you might want to do, though, while you're here, those boomerangs are 1,000 each, is you might want to blow money on the scrap and so on that you need to upgrade them. Because basically, to upgrade anything, and that's going to include those muscle grafts, it basically costs the same as the item itself. So to upgrade those muscle bone lace things are eventually going to cost 2,000. Hey there, Xavier. Welcome to the stream. We're doing some shopping. And if you wanted to like spend like 1,000, then you could do something to your boomerangs, like give them an extra +1 or to hit, which is sort of a big deal. Or there are a lot of different things you could add to them.
Okay, then I will, because I've been I've been hoarding money. I know you guys are shocked by this. So I will get the katana, and then I will also buy the scrap to upgrade my boomerang.
Okay, so that's another 1,000 for the scrap. So take that off of your sheet. And how much was the katana?
The katana is also 1,000, so that takes me down to 950.
Okay, so you're okay. All right, good. And you're not going to borrow anything.
Enough for my rent.
Okay.
No, I don't need to.
All right. Okay. Well, that was fun. Now, whiteout. Oh, wait. One last thing. Roll a d6.
Sorry it took so long.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yes, roll a d6.
Okay. 6. Ah, it's a fucking 1.
Okay. Have you lost any humanity from, like, nightmares, flashbacks, or new cyberware, or anything like that?
I have lost 1 from the altercation with my brother down in the sewer. So I was at 35, now I'm down to 34.
Okay, you're back to 35. The having the barbecue at Mama's place and getting a moment to reflect and relax. It basically everyone's going to get 1d6 humanity back if they can. If your humanity is the same as what you started out with from all of the cybernetics that were put into you by the pound, you're not going to be able to get a d6 back. So this is only for people who have that little extra wiggle room.
Okay, cool.
But it does make you feel better.
I'll hush now.
Yes. Whiteout. Meowdy.
Gonna grab a new bulletproof shield.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna get Are you gonna get the big one?
The big one.
The one that came out relatively recently. The one that's 15 as opposed to 10.
Let me see real quick. Which one is that in? I completely forgot that was a thing.
Well, we'll just put down that you're going to get a shield. You have the money for that one?
I don't know how much the other one is. I was originally going to grab the regular one and see if Sprocket could do a specific type of upgrade.
They can do a specific upgrade. They can double it. It's what Diamond Dust does, and I'm a bit of a fan, so I guess I'll do that too. So that will cost 100. Plus, you're going to need the scrap to get it upgraded, which is another 100. So it'll be 200.
All right. Bit different, but that'll work.
Is there anything else you want? Like another rocket launcher?
I was about to say, I'm going to buy a poor quality rocket launcher.
Okay. And how much is that?
That is 100.
100 for a rocket launcher?
For a poor quality.
I think when it comes to weaponry, if you're going to splurge on something, I think rocket launcher is the one that you want to make sure that it's not going to explode in your hand. But that's just me.
This is more of a
Bun does have a
depressed
point.
buy.
Okay.
Okay. Real quick question, Bun.
Yeah.
How much is it for a regular quality rocket launcher?
500.
Okay. Whiteout?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nyx is just gonna like transfer for an extra 400 as she walks by and just be like, make it a decent one.
Okay, the Imagine Dragon that you're looking at, yeah, we had this one piece of crap found in a thing. We got this one. It's kind of cute, honestly. I hope you don't mind. It is 500. I tell you what, I'll knock off 50 from the price, so it'll only cost you 450. Because I don't know if you want this look or anything. And he hands over a rocket launcher. The rocket launcher is green. And somebody has put a imprint of a turtle shell on it.
You're cruel. You motherfucker.
See, I was thinking that Nyx just gave Whiteout the money so she didn't have to, clean his guts up off the floor when it blew up in his hands. But that's even funnier, actually.
So you
Nyx didn't know that was the other one. She's appreciating the absolute living fuck out of it.
I'm literally picturing something pink and Hello Kitty themed, but this is better.
I was too.
I thought it was gonna be like a Senrio one.
They have them. There's like a whole book of Senrio stuff. Which, by the way, if there's anything that you don't get now that you want to get later on that you find in the books, just let me know and we'll work that out. Okay.
Wait. Just a second before we get serious again.
Uh-huh.
Whiteout. My little launcher, my little launch.
Oh, it's got a cutie mark.
Nyx, have you ever heard of the rocket jump?
I used to wonder what friendship would be.
Excuse me, what?
God.
Have you ever tried a
Nick?
rocket jump?
Nyx? Do I even want to ask?
No. No, you don't. Those
Have a good
poor
time, big
fucking
fella.
morons.
Okay, so you have spent. It looks like you have spent 300 because Nyx gave you. Go ahead and mark off 400 Nyx, and you ended up.
I said yep.
And you get 50 eddies back because you do get a deal on it. You do get a deal. Is there anything else you want, or is it like I'll look later, kind of stuff? This is really just like because we're doing a shopping episode. Yeah. Okay. And mostly I'm checking to see if anybody's gonna pick up some debt. Okay, Lunar. Oh wait, roll a
Okay.
d6. Were you down any humanity?
No.
No.
My humanity is
White out first.
I am.
Okay. Roll a d6. 2. You get 2 humanity back. Yay! Good barbecue. Okay. Now Lunar.
I still have the same humanity.
okay. I want to get because it was anything from the Black Chrome book, right?
Honestly, any of the DLC books, there's a chance. If it's like something super obscure, I might, roll just to see if they found it. But beyond that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in that case, can I get a punk knot?
Punk
That's
knot, yeah.
Do not take that seriously.
You cannot get a punk knot for 5,000. Just so you know. And they only last for like one use. So. Go ahead.
I don't even know what that is. Do I want to know what that is?
It's a gigantic juggernaut made of junk. It's a junkernaut.
Oh, okay.
I made a Polar Express one for another game. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a punkanut. You didn't know that was a punkanut? That's what it was.
No idea.
That's because they didn't actually fight it. They ran by it. Okay, so Luna, what is it you want?
Because I was just looking through Black Chrome. It was the For Tiffy app.
The what?
It's in the Black Chrome
Interesting.
book.
What is it?
Hold on, where'd the book go? It's here somewhere. Nope, I accidentally closed it like a smart Black Chrome. Hey, I have it all written down and everything.
For Tiffy, it's on page
14.
13.
Well, yeah. Let's be honest, the world is insane. Tiffy transforms your agent into a scanner to map out the weakest points in your doors, walls, and windows. Just scan your structural surfaces, and you'll know precisely where to reinforce your home to transform it into a fortress. Absolutely useless for its intended purpose, but if user spends 5 minutes scanning the selected, yeah. It's just to make sure things are secure.
Okay. You think that. You think, I wonder if they have this sort of thing. And the moment you do, your internal agent goes, would you like to download this app?
Yes.
Okay. And you see the amount of money is transferred out of your account if you have money in an account, or it can be added to your debt. It's up to you. Yes, debt or cash.
Cash.
Okay. And then it takes the eddies basically out of your account and applies it to itself.
Perfect. And then if I could do 3 kill trip bombs. Why do I keep closing these? I need to stop doing that.
They definitely have those.
So I'll do 3 of those.
Those are actually like they're basically sort of handmade because they'll find chips out in the irradiated chips and so on, and they're already not functioning properly, and with just like the right little push, they become lethal. So yeah.
Amazing. And then 3 if they have the K-Tech security grenades.
They do. Cool. In fact, again, that's something that the Imagine Dragons are actually kind of used to, because sometimes they have to blow stuff up when they are in an area that you don't want to cause everything to crumble on top of you. They're scavengers extraordinaire. So, are you spending cash, or are you going to use any of this debt?
Nope, cash.
Cash, okay. Then subtract it. And do you have any humanity you could possibly gain from barbecue?
No.
No humanity. Okay, cool. All right.
I'm at what I'm
the
at.
last thing you have? The Fortify app and the K-Tech security grades. What was the middle thing that you got?
The kill chip. 100 micro bomb. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm taking notes so we don't forget what we got.
Okay. All right, Lupa, you're getting the muscles. What else? Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and pick up the 1,000 material that it's going to take to upgrade these? No. Okay.
You already have it?
I did until I used my scrap to buy it, but no, I'm going to.
Gotcha.
I'm going to wait on that front.
Okay. No, that is perfectly fine. Do you have any humanity you can possibly regain?
No, I am max of what I can have.
Okay. Very good. Sedusa. First things first, let's go ahead and roll. Mama Hog is really good at seeing somebody in that state. So there's more than just meat on a plate. There is comfort and talk, or just the presence of a motherly figure that you have not felt. I mean, quite frankly, due to the amnesia, you've not felt ever.
I was about to say.
So roll.
Not in her recent memory.
Yeah, so roll 2d6 for possible humanity gain, as you are handed just a heaping plate of. Okay, gain 4 humanity back. A heaping plate of barbecue and baked beans. You're not sure where she got the beans, but you got them. And potato salad.
Oh God! Please tell me it's a good potato salad that's made with mushrooms and has deviled egg in it.
Yeah, it does not have mushrooms in it because I'm not used to that. In fact,
No,
I'll tell you.
Sorry. No, I meant mustard.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Mustards were
In
fine.
that case, yes.
It's basically
I missed.
yeah. You know what, Sedusa? Since this matters to us, it's basically our mom's potato salad.
Oh, in that case, yes. No, that definitely will take someone back up to 30.
Nice, very good. Is there anything you want to buy, or do you want to is there anything right now you want to buy, just for the shopping trip? And of course, later on, you and I can talk with the book. Go ahead.
There is something that I'm thinking about, but I think you and I need to talk first because I kind of think there might be a possibility of getting it cheaper. But it's something I want to buy for Lupa that ultimately will help the whole group, I think, and if it's in baby. Anyway, but beyond that, I've already said that I was going to do the slam dance, and I bought dinner.
Yes.
And so what I have on me is 450 left. So there's two things that Sedusa, now that she's feeling a little bit better, is interested in doing.
Mm-hmm.
One is kind of looking for some fashion elements that aren't necessarily in the book, because they wouldn't give you a bonus or anything, I don't imagine. She needs a new t-shirt. She would like to see if anyone here is doing those little spray paint t-shirts that you sometimes see at the beach. And she would like for it to say, "I survived Trevor and Big Ugly."
Okay, they actually do have a T-shirt that says "I survived Trevor." They'll add Big Ugly if you want.
You can put that on the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll just call that a tight 50. Also, something else that Big Mama hands you. She hands you a white paper bag.
What's this?
I heard it was something you were missing.
Okay, open the bag.
You open the bag and you see a selection, a full-on plethora of different in-bag, in packet condiments, including what
give
looks.
her a giant hug, and go over to everybody else. Guys, look! This is gonna go so great at the new place. We're gonna put this next to the food dispenser. Oh, there's so many mustards.
Oh, there's also some horsey sauce.
I'm spoiled for choice.
The fact that you just called that horsey sauce.
Look, this is
This is the South.
Yeah, this is how we roll.
The
The
last
Midwest
thing-
in me wants to throw up. I'm letting you know that.
The last thing
I don't
want to
even
do,
like
I've got
the sauce,
400
though.
left. I got 400 left. I'd like to buy just some sort of cute tchotchke or a little necklace or something or a little thing for everybody in the group.
Okay, there's
Medusa.
an Imagine Dragon here. Actually, Olive's her sister has a little like a little thing where she makes her own little art from different scraps and things. So they're
I would love to support a small artist. Absolutely.
okay. So basically you can kind of decide whatever it is. Most of these are either necklaces or rings or something like that. And think of something that you might find in a post-apocalyptic setting that someone might turn into a bit of jewelry, like a spent bullet shell casing, or like an old hypo needle or something like that. Yeah, it's all scavenged. But yeah, okay, you can do that. Absolutely.
That use the last of her money bun.
No, it's only about 100 eddies. So you still have 300. And I will say for you, they do in fact have a little amethyst necklace. Sedusa.
The happy seduce.
You know what? Seduce has been through a lot. It's almost like a GM has been targeting them. So
Torturing their sister? Yes.
not on purpose. It's just it's just plot wise.
Bullshit.
I was about to say,
Bullshit.
sure.
No. It's just
Well, by the way, Bun, I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm probably doing a very poor attempt at raising the mood of the group by singing "Kiss Me, I'm Shit-Faced" while we're eating.
Okay. No, honestly, karaoke is like a thing. They bring out like a full little case thing that they had scavenged up. Actually, no, this is Big Mama Hogs. She loves karaoke, so yeah. Now she's more classic rock, hard rock. She she whips out some of the silver hand stuff as well. Yeah. All right.
That's a little hard. Just a little bit.
Right, I'm going to decide later what they look like, but for Whiteout, he's going to get a necklace because his neck is so wide. Sorry, I couldn't think of. I was like, a bracelet that would be huge. A ring, I don't know his size. We just met, but a necklace would probably fit. We can just lengthen that with string. For Lupa and Lunar, you're each going to get a bracelet, and for Sprocket and Nyx, you're both going to get chokers.
That fits. That fits for both of us.
Are you gonna? All right, serious question here. Are you going to hand that to Nyx personally?
Not only I'm going to hold it up with a giant proud smile, and then and be like, "Turn around, I'll put it on for you."
I didn't think we were far enough.
I
didn't think we were far enough on in a relationship for you to collar me.
Sprocket gets a nosebleed.
Medusa looks like completely blank. She picked up on none of that whatsoever. Just her smile gets bigger, and she points to the little charm and says, "Look, it looks like a kitty cat." She holds it out again, like,
Nyx is going to resist the temptation to facepalm, and simply turns around and it kneels down a little bit so Sedusa can actually put it on her properly.
Sedusa's way taller than you.
I was about to say.
Yeah, Sedusa's actually 6'2", so she was given a very specific body type.
Let me have this.
Oh yeah, no. You can do that for its own sake. I'm just saying you don't have to do it due to height.
As soon as it's done being clamped on, Sedusa puts both her hands on your shoulders, gives them a little girly squeeze, and points you towards a polished piece of metal, and it's like, "Isn't he cute? You look awesome."
Nyx is gonna be a little lost for words right now. Still processing quite a bit. It's wonderful, Sedusa. Thank you.
I'm tickled pink. I'm not gonna lie.
One more
Nyx is a
squeeze,
little
and then
pink right
the
now.
little hug where it's like she lays her part of her head on top of your head, like, "Oh, I'm glad you like it," and goes off.
Okay. Before all that happened, though, Nyx, did you buy anything?
Oh, hell yeah.
Nyx
First
loves
order-
shopping.
Nyx has been finding a lot of pleasure in shocking things.
Okay.
So, Nyx is going to look around, kind of ask around. You have something called the Pursuit. It's a bouncer thing. Looks like a glove. Need something to wear on my hand.
Sure. Absolutely, no problem. They are able
Does the
to.
battery pack come with that?
Yeah, they provide everything that you would find in the book.
Gotcha.
It doesn't look as pristine as it would in the book because obviously you're not buying it, from a company. You're buying a scavenged either a scavenged version of it, or they scavenged the components and then they made it, kind of thing. But they do find
if it works, it works.
Yeah, well, they find it useful, honestly, a non-lethal takedown when it comes to dealing with certain individuals who, killing them would be bad because you might get, some bad blood, or you feel sorry for them. Nobody really likes killing the vermin all that much. Once the initial shock of them, wears out, you start feeling a little bad.
Yeah, no, definitely feel that. Nyx got it more so because she wanted the microwave function. Needs something that feels like a melee weapon with a little bit of range.
Yeah. Again, Mama Hog does come up and gets on one knee and sort of scruffles the dogs, who look up at her, and they smell. They immediately know this is someone to whom we can get food from. So they amazingly sort of lock into go from wolf to dog like that around her. And she's petting them. She looks up at you. Now these boys will have to eat, right?
I know. That's why this is going on my debt.
Okay. Yes.
And to top that off, Nyx is gonna try and buy one more thing.
Uh-huh.
Kind of casually looks over at Mama after that. You guys got any armor around here?
I mean, what you're wearing is pretty good for your style of fighting.
It fits my style, but all the armor is under the skin. I've had a lot of unpleasant encounters with things hugging me in places that I wouldn't want.
Oh, you don't want to be touched. So this is more about nastiness.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can find
You got
something.
anything that looks halfway decent? Maybe skin tight? Shocks people? Nyx is talking about shock armor.
Honestly, you're not talking to me at this point. You're talking to the Imaginer. I'm sure Olive can hook you up with that, though.
Good to know. Nyx is gonna try and find shock armor.
Yeah, roll 1d6.
Preferably in a skin tight variant.
Yeah. They Olive is able to hook you up. She actually has something. It's like I have something in mind. I'm going to need the night to get your sizes though, because it's going to be tight. But we can.
That's
do
a 5 for the 1d6, by the way.
Okay. Any humanity that you can get back, you can get up to 5 of it back.
Oh, okay. I think I was down. Let's see. Let's look at my sheet.
Yeah, you had that cotton candy flashback.
Yeah, I was down by 3, so yay!
You want to ask anybody about that, by the way? Now that you sort of have a moment?
Like our crew?
Anybody. You could talk to Mama Hagen and her nomads, you could talk to Imagine Dragons, you could talk to your crew.
Nyx to talk. Nyx does not talk about her problems.
Okay, alright. I was just saying. It's there.
Question somebody about cotton candy.
You are too sweet for your own good. You know that? But those are the 2 things that Nyx is buying, and she's buying them both on debt.
Okay.
Because she's saving up money to take care of her fucking dogs.
Yeah. I'll explain what the price is for that later. We will go through that. Actually, next session, we're getting sort of close to the wrap up of this season. Next session, we'll be going back and talking to Big Bad and sort of the fallout / epilogue. We will go ahead and pay your monthly rent and all that and set you up for the 3rd season. And just so for those of you who are listening in, 3rd season, we will be in Night City.
I'm so excited!
Yes.
Woo!
Yes, we will be in Night City, and we will actually be dealing with something that relates very personally to Nyx.
Hey, Ron, can you look at your messages?
No, I cannot. But I will.
Thank you.
Welcome.
How dare you try to traumatize my poor cat like this?
You saw
But
what he
yes.
does to his sister.
Okay. Absolutely,
Yeah?
Lunar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I got that.
But yeah, so if you're gonna rest, I'll go ahead and just you can start kind of late in the afternoon tomorrow, and you can all get 1 day's worth of rest back I'll go ahead and say that everybody they tended to your wounds, free of charge, especially because Lunar's there to help, and so is, and of course Sedusa. So you get those of you who are hurt get your body back in health, and you have time to repair all your armor. That's not that's also not a problem. In fact, Imagine Dragons will handle that. So everybody is going to rest and relax.
I will say that if it starts getting too late and Sedusa insists on helping people, I will seek her out, guide her to a bed, lay her down, and cuddle her into the night.
Lay her down.
Wow.
If it means getting her to sleep.
But the people are injured.
Down, just like in a coffin.
Okay, that's a little creepy.
Yeah, that went
Sorry,
a little far.
it's the first song that comes to mind when I think of that.
What a great way to take something from sexy to, wait a minute, what are you doing?
Said our body is how much health we get back, right, Bun?
Yep. You'll also, because the next day you'll also be able to get a speed heal, so that will be your body and your will as well. I am going to check and see if there's anything that anybody wants to do tonight and into the afternoon and the morning after you wake up. And you can either say it, or if it's something that you kind of want to do on the sly or something like that, send me a message about it. And I'll have you roll, and I will tell you what the result. Speaking of which, Lunar. Roll...
Yeah, that's all they're doing.
Yeah. Roll the electronics. Security.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
That's fine. 10.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you here what that resulted in, or just we both kind of know that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, yeah, you spent a frustrating night, I'll say. Sprocket, are you doing anything special other than getting your rest in? And eating and enjoying?
Rocket would, because they weren't super damaged, right? They get their wounds patched up, but then they focus on fixing people's gear, taking care of, like, not just the party, right? But if there's anything that the Imagine Dragons need them to work on, need any help with.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how they spend their evening. Because as much as they would love to fraternize with their little family, they also need a break. Remember, Sprocket is pretty antisocial because they grew up in the junkyard, as far as they know.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't really have a lot of people batteries. So they're like, here, give it to me, let me fix it, leave me alone.
Roll a
Head wants to lose their thoughts in the gears.
roll a 6-sided die and add your rank in tech to it.
Okay. Let me grab this bit. That's a 5 plus just my let's see.
Your
Basic
per
tech, there it is.
Yeah.
5 plus so you said basic tech, right? It's gonna be
No. Your role. What your role as a technician is. As a tech is.
4. That one. My roll ability is a 4, so 5 plus 4 is 9.
Okay. You help out, and they do appreciate it.
Okay.
Nothing specific happened, but yeah,
Okay.
they did appreciate it, and like I said, it helped contribute to the whole them repairing everyone's armor and all that. Whiteout, are you doing anything specific other than resting?
Not really. Probably like keeping distance from mostly everyone, just because not part of any of this,
Mm-hmm.
and just laying down and trying to get his bearings.
His bearings.
Oh my god. All right,
I'll
I
neither
will.
confirm nor deny.
Yeah. So roll a d6 and add your solar rank to it.
I believe that is 10. It is.
It's 10. Okay. You get to heal further your willpower as well. You focused on recouping.
Oh, I've maxed out my health already.
Did you? Okay, then instead.
I was at 53.
Yeah. One of the Imagine Dragons does come over to you and notes. See, actually, a one that you have heard referred to as Olive comes over. She's I think she was a darker skinned woman, black hair, but she's wearing all green. And she does come over. She's got green lipstick on, and she's like, "You're not gonna hang out with your crew?"
They're not really my crew. Just kind of ran into each other in there.
Well, from the sounds of it, just from hearing people, talking about what happened, I think you may be underestimating the bonds of battle. I mean, I don't know. You just kind of strike me as a fighting man.
I am. It's more of the fact that I gotta face the consequences when I get back home.
You Kodiak clan, right?
We'll see. May have broken a couple rules getting out here.
You regret it?
I'll decide that when the reason I did it is done.
I think, from what I know of the lady who runs your clan, honesty is the best policy there. Just be upfront.
Oh, she knows damn well why I did it.
Oh yeah,
Cola's a smart one.
that she is, and she moves on. Let's see, Lunar. We already know. Lupa, are you doing anything specific tonight? You are of course more than welcome to hang out. I mean, because technically you are part of the Roadhogs.
Now, after a few hours of karaoke, I am playing Big Spoon to Sedusa and forcing her to get sleep.
Okay, I will say, just because this is always important in any sort of gaming situation. Normally, this would be covered beforehand, but I don't think we actually covered this in Lines and Veils. Seduce, are you cool with that or not? Up to you. And it's not an insult if you say no or anything like that. It's just everybody has their boundaries.
Yes.
No, I mean they'll be hanging out with and doing karaoke for a couple hours, and during that time, I'll just tell you, my plan is to go around after my shopping trip, and whatever needs fixing, go to it. So they're probably right to try to pull me to sleep, and I don't think that I'd fight particularly hard. I'm going to go ahead and say my other plan is to not necessarily stay the entire evening.
That's perfectly fine, just as long as you get some sleep.
Okay.
But for a big woman loves to be spooned. Never get that. You're always the big spoon because you're bigger than everyone else. Now there's a little
Mood.
spoon back there trying its best.
Oh my god.
Not so little. Lupa's 6'4".
Well, there you go.
Our figures standing next to each other. Mine is way taller than yours. I've been drawing you short this whole time. You never said anything.
I'm pretty sure I made Lupa 6'4".
Wait, are we all just big except for the goblin and the moth?
Yeah.
No, the moth is
Nyx?
tall too.
No,
No,
I'm not.
Nyx-
Wait, you're not?
No,
I
the
thought
moth.
you were. Oh, you're just stretchy. Never mind.
I'm bendy.
I was gonna say, I feel like Nyx is the only average height person in this fucking squad.
Okay, so that handles everyone, and Nyx. Anything other than hanging out with your dogs, and now your cat, by the way, because your cat appeared. Like when you finally bedded down, you felt a weight on your chest and a purr, and then it shimmered into being on top of you.
Oh, hey there. Glad to see you're back.
And it looks at you with incredibly intelligent eyes. Like, you know how you always have that reflection when you're looking at a cat and you're like, oh, this cat knows exactly, it thinks it's people. This
Mhm.
cat is looking at you in a way that's like, maybe this is people. You don't know. It's hard to tell.
Fair.
Yeah.
Nyx will like space out a little bit and keep petting the cat. After like a couple minutes, he's gonna forget that the cat's. She's gonna keep petting it, but she will kind of like idly forget that it's there.
I should also mention that it's not like a cat, it's an ocelot.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just saying.
It's just like how Nyx is gonna refer to the wolves as puppies.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Gotcha.
it's how she do. Nyx wants to do one very specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to call Sin.
Okay. And you do
She's
get...
gonna.
Go ahead.
She wants to talk to her, and open up more about how she feels about what happened. And I will say this out loud, but please do not metagame, all of those of you who are going to say this. But Nyx cries a little bit.
Okay. She
I heard that.
Yeah, she definitely responds. In fact, it sounds like when you called her that she was basically waiting on your call. It doesn't sound like she's done a lot of sleeping. You kind of hear that little stressed voice out because she has some knowledge of what's out there in the junkyard. She's never been to the lab itself, but she has heard it referred to. And she also knows that you've been to Fairview, and like you people tackled Trevor, which is not something anybody in the junkyard does. So she's confident in your abilities. She's not confident that you're always as mindful of your health as she might be if she was there.
That's fair.
Yeah. But she does, she sits there and she listens. That's mostly what she does. And doesn't try to sort of like, fix the situation or anything. She's just open and warm and company.
Fuck, she's perfect.
All right. So the night passes, the day comes, and it's even breathing hard. And
Was I able to do the thing that I messaged you about?
oh, let me check your message. Actually, two people messaged me. Let's see. This message. You can. You absolutely can.
I think during the food time last night, I asked probably Mama Hog where it was.
Mm-hmm. They have put it. Remember, there was that the vehicle that was supposed to go, the broken down bus that was supposed to go to. What day did I call it? The celebration day, whatever it was, I called it.
Picnic day.
Homecoming.
Hey, yeah, homecoming.
Homecoming.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there.
Oh, that's nice. He would have liked that.
Huh?
And then at some point in the night, early morning pre-dawn, just scooch out of Lupa's arms
Mm-hmm.
and go over and have like a little talk in my head to Trevor. But I don't have to do that out loud. Just
Got you.
like a little like prayer.
I will say this. Trevor looks to be at peace. And there is some reflection, because you've been worried about this, but there is some reflection that you have that both Trevor and Big Ugly were similar in that they were both suffering in their own way. Trevor didn't know he was suffering because of, basically his brain was Swiss cheese at that point. But he does look at peace, strangely. And you know what? There's almost a voice in your head. It's this close to being a voice, this close to possibly being a hallucination, but you're pretty sure it's just you saying this in your mind. But you do feel he finally got his picnic.
Well, at least there's someone in town now who can make a decent potato salad.
I want to know where she got the potatoes.
And I think out loud she said that, and then she says, and whenever I come here and I eat it, I will think of you. So that at least someone still thinks of you.
It's very sweet. Let's see. Okay, got you. I am not going to refer to that specifically.
Don't have to.
But yeah. Okay. And it is noted.
Lupa copped a feel. That's what that was. Don't
No.
talk about it.
No. Absolutely nothing it has nothing to do with that. It is something else entirely.
Yes, it was because it would have been like a car horn. Anyway,
Oh my god.
It took me half a second. But
That
as
was
you
my
attempt-
average.
but as you do try to slip out, I do grab you on the shoulder and just remind you that you can't take care of others if you don't take care of yourself once in a while, and then let you go.
I'll give you another little peck on the top of the head, big smile. Like, don't worry, this is just for me.
okay. Yeah, you all pile up in the vehicle. Mama Hog has a nice little breakfast. It's basically sort of like a breakfast burrito. It's just a bunch of, some meat, some eggs, some hash browns, and whatever it is she was able to find. Honestly, weirdly enough, you are getting to taste some vegetables. It turns out Imagine Dragons has planted a garden out here in Fairview. So, and
I'm just imagining one of those one skillet meals that's just full of like bits of bacon, roasted potatoes,
Yeah.
egg,
Oh,
all that
fuck
good
yes.
stuff.
yeah.
All made in one cast iron skillet.
She
Love
also
those.
well she wraps them up in tortillas and hands them to you, so that
Where is she getting the
they
cheese?
travel. You don't want to know. Anyway,
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure there's a cow somewhere around here.
she's milking the vermin. Anyway,
I hope not. I do not have to resist torture drugs for that.
That one scene in the original Dune movie. No,
It's-
Never
this
seen
cat.
it's not actual cheese. It is a powdered milk kind of substitute.
It's synth cheese.
Yeah,
Basically.
there is some sort of cheese thing. I don't remember what it is that they use. Because God knows you eat burritos a lot in this game. Burritos of questionable content. In this case, the content's not that questionable. This is probably the best meal all of you have had, but because it is food that has been sort of sourced out here in the pound, and because you were all so kind of starving and out of it, it doesn't have that usual thing of actual food, hitting your stomach and making your intestines go, "What is this?" It's made to be eaten. by people out here. And you get in your vehicle and you travel on. Where are you going exactly?
Shotgun.
I have something to take care of over breakfast before this.
Okay.
Based off of what you messaged me, Bun,
Mm-hmm.
Nixie's gonna wake up in a foul fucking mood. She's gonna storm right up and actually like slap Whiteout across the face. Where the fuck do you get off?
Well, be honest. As much as I appreciate it, don't feel right taking it.
The hell not. You kept our people alive. You did exactly what I asked you to do. You suffered through a hard, unintentional decision. Where the fuck do you get off revoking that?
Because you're probably going to need it more for them than I'll be here for. Keep it. Use it to help with them.
He was helping them. You want to leave? Won't come back.
I still got to make a call. Last I checked, none of you even invited me.
What are you talking about? That's a friendship necklace. It's half of a best friends forever. It says BFF. Well, it says BF. I have the other F.
I mean, have you not been riding in baby for the last few hours yesterday? I don't just let anyone in my vehicle.
I'm sorry, Whiteout. None of us really thought we had to say it. We just thought we'd already, absorbed you into it. I mean, can't really go... I mean, you're going to go back and talk to the Kodiak, but, just kind of already assumed you were in this, and we could, frankly... We could use having you around, sure, but we don't want to just use you. We want to be your friend, and we want you to be our friend, and we want to be your friend.
Side
And I
note.
guess-
Nix makes unintelligible waving noises towards the group.
Wait.
Spend it on them. Aren't you them?
I will say a little side note over here. This is possibly the sweetest, kindest group of edge runners that has ever been in Cyberpunk Red. You just know tragedy lurks ahead for them. Go ahead.
Am I really supposed to assume you just pull me in? We quite literally ran into each other.
I didn't. And Nix and I didn't take your head off immediately. That was a step in the right direction.
I've already bitten your neck twice, dear. I did brain surgery on you. Did you think I was doing that just for some rando I met in the desert?
Pretty
To be
sure
fair,
only
you do seem nice enough.
The only thing
You-
I haven't liked about you thus far, Whiteout, is when you hid in the collar from the cats. No
I'm
more
sorry.
hiding.
I'm sorry, I was poisoned and starving for 3 days.
Oh, we fed you. Come on.
That gets Nick smiling. And you
Honestly,
can rest
when y'all
easy
first-
knowing that there's going to be far more ahead.
You really are crazy. Just kind of chuckling.
I mean, if you really need to make a phone call, and I just slap baby's side and a balloon goes up into the air with my internet link thing that I have inside of the Zac. I forget what it's called, and I don't have black chrome on my new hard drive yet. Make your call.
Oh boy, this will be fun. Just so, just so you know, Miss Sedusa, probably gonna have to fix an ear condition too later.
Hearing problems? I get that. Oh, from the call. Oh, that makes sense. Sorry.
I'm kind of regretting now that the music is so like low key ominous.
No, it's perfectly fitting. It's what you need for a group that's being too kind to each other.
It's like
I'm not sure
something's
if that works
happening.
for this MLP situation we have found ourselves in.
I will say this as a DM or a game master. I appreciate moments of incredible emotional intensity, moments that can be incredibly dark, but I also like to, have that moment to take a breath and remember why it is you struggle through that. So I'm appreciating it. Okay. Yeah, do you actually want to do the call now, or do you want to wait till next session?
Probably next session. It is getting very late for me. And to be fair, probably gonna be a bit of a blowout with Miss Cola.
It will. You know. She also refers to from a place of tough love. Her love is tougher. Granted, her love is tougher than Mama Hogg's by quite a bit. So.
Oh, I expected if I did this in person, I was gonna get like beat.
Yeah.
Just like punch.
Yeah. Defenestration is usually the beginning of the conversation.
Oh, they're Kodiaks.
Yep. You do know one of the best ways to get on her good side though is to bring her an icy. Great. Okay. Unless there's any more business, I know this is a little early, but I think we're actually done with all the stuff that I actually had planned for today. The last couple of sessions have been incredibly intense. Whole lot of fighting, whole lot of going to the very single edge. This session was meant to be like I said, it's meant to be a cool down, a chance for everyone to reflect, to decide what they want to do, and so on. So at this point, I'm going to go to each person and find out like where your head is at right now and what your priorities are for like next session. Next session will be the sort of like the final of this season. And yes, you do. There, I will remind you a couple of things, threads that are still out there. Now, this was not a mission that was assigned to you from the Pound, so that you don't have to worry about reporting into Velma or anything like that. You do have Big Bad to talk to.
Yeah, he owes us something.
I'm going to talk to Big Bad.
Talk is in such high quotations.
Oh yeah, no,
Loud.
it's going to be a conversation. It's just going to be a very loud conversation. With
Yeah, it's going to
bits.
be horizontal.
A lot of screaming. Anyway,
You don't know what positions Nyx likes.
well, I mean, if it's Big Bad, never mind. I'm not even going to go there.
The triple helix.
Oh, please feel free to send me intimate details about Big Bad.
I will tell you he's 7'2".
Yeah.
Anyway, though you do need to decide where you're going. You can go back to home base, which is back at the Purple Paradise. You can go to the shanty town, which is where Big Bad is. And if you really wanted to, you could go to the Pound, obviously.
I think it's probably smart to just head back to Big Bad simply because you have to go back to him anyways.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
Shantytown
Nyx
it
is
is.
just dying to see.
All right. Sprocket, where's your head at right now, and what are your priorities for next session? Sort of knowing that it's going to be basically kind of a finale, unless all of you decide to attack Big Bad, in which case it's going to get bad, but whatever. This, by the way, this session could have been a fight, just so you know, if they had pushed the Doctor a certain way. I'm quite proud of the Geek Squad for recognizing the threat. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we're aware. We're just saving his murder for later. So I think, at this point, right? Sprocket did a lot of recouping, both physically, mentally, but also socially, because they're not used to like being around this many people for this long.
Yeah, I get you totally.
Like, particularly being cooped up in baby.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just like, I need to take a step back. I just want to work on my tech. I just need to fucking break.
Gotcha. Okay, so your main focus is eventually, after dealing with Big Bad, is to get back to home base and play with your toys. I gotcha.
Play with my toys. Nah, Sprocket's ace.
Hey, being ace doesn't
excited.
Doesn't mean you don't play with toys.
No, I know. Sprocket just never had time to develop any of that.
Gotcha.
So they just decided it was better off without it. But they're really excited to get back to their workstation so they can work on the muscle and bone graft stuff. That's what they're looking forward to the most.
Okay, very cool. Whiteout, have things changed now that you basically feel that you're being not only adopted into the group, but practically shanghaied?
For the first time in a while, he's actually has a bit of hope, because going into it, he was kind of, I'm either going to die doing this, or I'm going to be kicked out for doing it, but I at least managed to do something. So, yeah, he's resting a little easy. Still scared shitless of the call that's coming, but not so despondent.
Very cool. And you do hear them talking. You know that they are going to be visiting Big Bad. And you've never met him, you've seen him. You've seen the bad boys walking around. They do some trolling, they do some pranking, but they're also brutally efficient. And somehow or another, they have access to dogs like the good boys do, which, as far as you know, they shouldn't. So you do know being there for backup might be a good idea, because you have no idea how Big Bad's gonna take this.
Yeah, I have no idea what their relation with Big Bad is.
Yeah. You know that a gutter roach doesn't like messing with him, and gutter roach is basically the prime fixer of the pound. And yes, gutter roach is in fact a roach morph. Full on. He gets the best deals because sometimes he comes with the package. You open up a present, he comes out with your gun. It's like, hi, let me tell you about the features. God, that would be terrifying. Anyway.
Skittering around.
I literally have a truck full of everything I need to take care of him. I'm not joking.
Lunar.
Pretty much they're just doing what they messaged you about, and they're gonna figure it out from there once they know what's all there.
Give me 3 main questions or things that you want to learn. And then we will go through them later, specifically. And you don't have to do it, you can do it in messages.
I have to think of what those are, so yes, please.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Lupa.
Like I said, information and warnings, and then plans and schemes and schemes and plans. I have to get my hands on some salvage so I can get this bone lace upgraded so I can use it better. better. I definitely need to work with Chop and raise his streetwise because my god. My god.
Well, honestly, some of that was also human perception. He should have recognized when he looked at the doctor that there wasn't none to perceive. So he is definitely the kid that gets talked into a van with a lollipop. So
I told him not to trust a bastard. I told him. Ugh. Long conversations.
He's got no sense.
Oh no. I'm gonna have a conversation with Mama while we're here, and the two of us are gonna sit him down and have a very long conversation.
one thing I will say, reflecting on it, he has gotten himself into some really bad situations. He's never actively been the person who got himself out. It's always been somebody else getting him out. So that may be something to think about going forward, as far as like self-reliance and all that. But yeah, Sedusa.
Okay, so go talk to Big Bad, visit him in Shantytown, get the thing he promised me, which was the list. Not look at it right away. Not immediately. I have some vague idea of what I'm looking for. I might even have like Lunar look it over and just describe what I've had in the flashes of memory I've gotten to see if things line up. So that I could ease myself into this, and then do some work for the pound, medic-wise, to get some off of my debt and to get us into good standing with them, because I don't want them thinking, well, they've just been gone for a few days, haven't they?
There is that, for sure. You don't have any message, there's not been a message from, Velma saying, hey, where are you guys, or anything like that. There have been listings of missions that have popped up, every now and then, and they are starting to pile up, and then sometimes they'll disappear because some other group took it, or something like that. So, yeah. And also the warning that because this is what's going to happen next session, rent is due. They know that you have your own special set aside rent in your thing, though they do have they have their clause in that to a degree. Okay, Nyx?
State of mind and what my goals are?
Yeah, pretty much.
State of mind, turbulent. In terms of immediate goals, Nyx wants the payment from Big Bad. What they risk their entire lives on.
Okay.
Though she doesn't really care what it is. She wants her personal payment.
Okay.
And for all the jokes that you guys throw aside, Nyx needs some stress relief. And that's her coping mechanism.
Nothing wrong with that. This is, this is Cyberpunk. This is rated R.
It's just teasing, and you know what? If you want to climb that mountain, no judgment.
I will provide the climbing gear.
Sweetie, I want to climb that mountain and then have it collapse down on top of me like a landslide.
Looking for an avalanche. I got you. Okay. Well, we've got a good idea of where everybody is. This was a good little moment to take a breath and get our bearings back after a very emotional. Because it wasn't just a bunch of fighting. It was a lot of raw emotions, especially with dealing with old Ben. And I will go ahead and tell you, Lunar, one thing that you do obviously recognize, old Ben is Benjamin.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Figured that out last time.
And as it turns out, he was, you do, in fact, one thing that you did get from the files is that he was an edge runner at one point. Which is weird, because he was both an edge runner and a bear, so you think you're looking at both a personality and a personality put inside. So it's how they're doing what they're doing is very. It's not just confusing; it's very profane. From everything that, like, you don't have the memories to know why this is so bad, but it sticks in your craw. Because it's basically people being rewritten in a way that it's very challenging to the very concept of humanity. Whatever it is that these scientists are doing here, specifically in the 3 labs, whatever their goals were, whatever their reasons were, their end results have not been good. And it's especially crass that then they turned around, opened up Pandora's box, and with all the horrors that came out, they hooked it up to a cash machine.
Yeah, that should.
You know what? I'm being a terrible storyteller. I'm telling as opposed to showing. Anyway, so those are the themes we're dealing with. Now we're going to look for someone to raid. I want to thank everyone who was here. I hope to see you also on Thursday when the Monster Squad will be taking on a heavily fortified warehouse, more fortified than they actually know, and a particular gang that will be there, a gang that everyone loves to hate, and we'll have a lot of fun watching them fight, struggle, and die. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, we always have our Sunday crew, and I may slip in a stream here and there as we go along. Is there anyone in the crew right now who's going to continue streaming? Are you still streaming, Franny?
Yes, I am. I will be going back to Oblivion after this.
Okay. Is there anyone else, just because we've gone to yours multiple times, I just want to be sure.
Yeah, right. I don't want to hog it.
Yeah, is there anyone else who may be streaming after this?
Lunar's got their mic and their headphones muted, so they can't hear if they're doing it right now.
Lunar, are you going to still be streaming after this? Because I see your...
Nope.
No, Lunar already rated out. So
Yep.
Okay.
if you're taking suggestions, I can suggest someone.
Who's that?
Mine and Ceres's mutual friend Sato is doing a Metroid Fusion randomizer right now.
Yes.
Yeah, spell the name.
Satoru GDQ. SATO.
Okay. Yeah, spell the name in a message so I can just copy paste it.
Got it.
Also, side note. Okay, so Edge Runner and Bear, Edge Bruin. Come on, that's cool.
Actually, I will tell you, his street name was Gentle Ben.
Hey, I just think there should be a term for them. Check it out. It's an
I
Edge
love it.
Bruin.
Okay, we are going to raid, and yeah, thanks again. And as usual, goodbye.
Hi, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
running. It was fun.
At least somebody appreciates it.
We all do, Bun. Bye, everybody. I'm gonna get back to doing my thing. I'll talk at y'all later.
Bye.
See you,
Bye.
Franny.
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun. So I'm hoping that I can get the thing that because I want a thing for BB,